So we know we're just going to write the equation, and we're not going to do the recursive one. Because the problem with the recursive one is I can't make any predictions down the line unless I know the one right before it. You know, and if I want to look at that 100th answer, then I got to know the 99th. To know the 99th, I got to know the 98th. So we're not going to do that. So if you remember from yesterday, we're going to use this formula. It's called the closed-end formula. It's a b to the x. A is equal to your starting value okay, and everybody with a pencil? Yes, you do. And B is the common ratio. Once I have that equation, I could graph it like we did some graphing, except these are not such nice numbers. Or I could actually just use the equation to make a prediction. So these points increase 28% each week. Well, how many points are you getting after 5 weeks?
A lot.
Yeah, how many? And it's not asking this question, but we can answer it because that's all the lesson is for today. And it's not that hard. So what's our starting value? What's A equal to? 150. That's not hard. Hard part is finding the common ratio. This is the percent increase. So how do you find R? I know that the other teachers call it CR, but in calc we call it just R.
1.28.
It's 100% because you still get the 150, okay, Xavier? Make sure this makes sense to you. You still get your 150 points, but you get 28 more points. So it's plus 28%, which is 128%, and Max is right. As a decimal, it's 1.28. So the equation, let's get the equation in here. Is that okay? So the equation is y equals 150, 1.28, let me finish this sentence though, to the x. Yes, ask your question.
So what if it increases by 100% each week, so the 100% goes by 100%?
If it was 100% each week, then this would be 200, and 200% would be equal to what as a decimal? 2. Good. Those are the ones that are hard. When they are over 100%. Yes, it would be wrong. You could be doubling your score, couldn't you? 150 the first week, 300 the next week.
That'd be points.
You're right. Well, no, you can't in this case, but a lot of times you can't. Yes, you can have a 400% markup. Did you realize that the shoes you buy, I found this out years ago, is probably got a 400% markup. Shoes that you buy for like $80 cost the store about $5.
Yeah.
$5, and you're paying $80. It is, but shoes are very highly priced, overpriced, but things have changed these days. If you notice that almost everything you buy is on sale now. Yeah, I won't buy something. If it's not on sale, I don't buy it. Okay. The green one, yes. That's the equation. Shall we find out how many points you would have after 5 weeks? All you do is put in 5 here. Now you are going to need a calculator. So how are we going to enter that? That's the question.
Wait, how did we know you were going to put in 5?
I said, well, how many weeks would you have? Because it's 28% each week. How many points would you have?
Oh,
so I asked you
that.
that.
A random question.
I just asked. Yes, being random, I am. I asked a random question. Yes. You do it for 10 weeks, but after what you're going to do 4 weeks and call it a month.
Are there going to be word problems with that?
Yes, there's going to be word problems, and so you have a practice test that helps you with that.
Well, no, like to the X to the 5th, and it's going to say like.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. Now, if anybody wants to borrow a calculator, I'm still missing 2. I got some calculators over there. I didn't say you did.
Oh, Jax.
Okay, so I'm going to clear that out, and this is real important on your entry. So do you want to get one of my calculators first, or do you have your own?
I need a calculator.
Now, because of the MCAs, I have to give these back to the Media Center, and unfortunately, I'm going to be giving them back with a fewer calculators, which is not a good thing.
Yeah.
You need one?
Yes.
If you have an 83 calculator, then you've got one. You're going to get your own on, or do you want
No,
mine?
I need to get the battery.
Oh, yes, you do.
Hey.
Oh, well, you should be writing in your handout. That's the reason why I give them. You should be writing in your handout. Write the equation. It's kind of an interesting problem, isn't it? I'm pretty. Oh, good.
I don't need it.
Oh, okay. You need one? Who else needs one? I didn't bring my other ones with me for some reason. You don't? Get your calculator out. Can't use your phones.
I need a calculator.
You guys might have.
We can share.
Oh, there's two there. All right. That's why it's so important to give them back to me. So don't forget to give it back. Don't put it in your backpack by accident. Okay. So everybody ready? You're going to enter 150. And then you're going to use parentheses. You don't really have to. I'm going to write it with parentheses. You could do a time sign. 1.28 parentheses. Or you could do a time sign in between, either way. And you're going to go to the fifth. And that's this little caret right over here. Do you see the caret? And you're going to put that in. And now I have a fancy calculator. Yours aren't going to be fancy. You're going to see a caret. I could turn my fancy calculator part off. And there it is. 515 points. That's pretty good. But then again, we know Max plays games all the time. So you should get better, right?
Huh?
You should get better if you play it all the time.
Find what?
This is Mario. 515 points is what you're going to have.
They don't have
Well, I don't care what game it is.
Gold points.
I don't know. But you start, but you guys, my point is you guys play games all the time. Okay. Well, that's our goal for today. Let's just write the equation on this one. See if you can write it. On your last airplane ride, I have never seen a Toblerone bar for sale on the airplane.
So good.
They are from Germany, I believe, and they're really, really good. They're the triangle ones.
I get those for Christmas, but I can't eat them.
Why?
I'm out so big.
Oh, oh, well, that'd be really bad. This is a huge, huge body, guys. It weighs 7 pounds.
What? You don't like 7 pounds? You wouldn't eat it all at once.
No. Okay? And you're eating it because you can't, because you know what's coming. Think of this as, guys, think of this as Easter. A lot of you get Easter baskets. And you get those big chocolate bunnies. You don't eat the whole thing all at once, do you? Oh, I get sick. Okay, you're going to eat 9%. Is that decay or is that growth? It's decay. Okay. Y equals AB to the X. What's the starting value? Xavier?
7.
Good. Now the hard part is getting that common ratio. It's decreasing 9%. You start, okay guys, if you listen carefully, this is not hard. You start it with all of it and you're going to eat 9%. What's left?
91.
91%. That's your common ratio. This is a very unrealistic problem, so I don't even want to care about how many days after 5 days, how much is left. Who cares? Well, that's what we're going to do on the next problems. That's it. Can you write those equations? That was all your assignment, what basically was yesterday. And by the way, the answer key was wrong on the very first problem on the back. So if you just copied it, it's obvious to me. I just posted up what was there, and it's wrong. It was probably a problem that was changed.
Wasn't even the right problem.
That's what I'm saying. It was probably a problem that was changed. And it was very incomplete. Okay, so let's do these. Oh, I already did that. Okay, this was 4 weeks. Let's go on. Okay, do you want it? And this is the same. This is the Mario question. Oh, was that it?
Yeah, that was it. We're done now.
Oh, okay. Let's do the candy bar problem. Remember the candy bar? The 7 pounds, 0.91 to the X. Okay, let's try one more time with our calculator. Ready? What's X going to be?
5.
No, read it again. How much of your candy bars left after 8 days? So it's C equals 7.91 to the 8th. Now, do you know how to enter it in your calculator? Because that's the big question. You have to use that caret. I'm going to use a time sign this time, no? Rather than the parentheses. Pardon? Why is it what?
Why is it called carrot?
Because somebody called it that. Why did they call a table a table?
Because table is just Roman numeral for square.
In Spanish, it's mesa. In all other languages, are different names. And I should know what it is in Arabic, but I don't remember. Okay, so I'm going to clear that out. And we're going to put in 7. So you should do that with me. Let's use times this time, because that'll work. 0.91 to the 8th. Because that works too. You don't have to use parentheses. So there'll be 3 pounds left. Then the next question is, after we eat the candy bar, how much weight do you put on? That's a lot of sugar. It is, isn't it? I couldn't even imagine that. But I've never seen a 7-pound candy bar. But those big bunnies for Easter, those big chocolate bunnies, they're good. But man, I only eat little pieces each day is what I do. Okay, so if you can do this, if you can write this equation, if you can write it recursively, if you can actually put the number in x, that's what that other worksheet was that I gave you. That says, well, do you remember f of x notation? F of x equals 7 times 0.91 to the x. What's f of 0? Okay, Xavier? Just so you know the notation, and you probably forgot your function notation, this is what x is. So what I would do here is 7 times 0.91 to the 0. Now I also noticed that several of you didn't remember when I looked at some of the cumulative tests, getting caught up to get grades done last night. A lot of people didn't remember what something to the 0 power is. Do you remember, Xavier? It's 1. So that's just 7. So f of 0 equals 7. F of 4, anybody, I didn't write the answer down. What was it, 3.29? Okay, that's all that's doing. And that's it. That's all that's in this unit. So I've got some worksheets for you. Are there questions on yesterday's worksheet? Now, I don't know if we want, I will find out if we have to know the quadratic equations, because that was really last semester. And if we do, we really need to review it. So I'm not sure I want to worry about it. And you remember how to factor? It was called the X game. That's what you have to decide. And the answer is outline is wrong. Okay. This is the first problem on the worksheet. And you're going to find out what y is when x is 8. So it's 90.88 to the 8th. That's where you have to use that caret. So it's 90 times 0.88, the little caret, and there's 8. And I don't know what the answer is, but it's online. Yeah. When you get to 5 through 8, they're a little bit trickier, 5 through 10. And it won't hurt you to do quadratic formula. That's on the back. But I do have to find out if we're doing that or not. If you finish this early, I have another worksheet that you can start on, because we have our review worksheet. We are a little bit behind. Pardon? I can go get some more. I can give you a fancy